A Russian programmer who was arrested in Greece 2.5 years ago at the request of the US alleges he's being tortured in Greek prison. Alexander Vinnick is wanted in the US for alleged cybercrimes and money laundering. He's now written a plea for help.
They're trying to use torture and psychological pressure to break me. They do not allow me to breathe fresh air. The last time they let me out for a walk for a few minutes was on New Year's Eve. I'm a man without rights, illegally imprisoned in Greece for 30 months without charges. They want to destroy me for my knowledge. They want my head on a block just because of what I know and my technological abilities.
Vinnick was arrested in 2017. The US accuses him of laundering billions of dollars through a digital currency exchange. He's also wanted by France, which claims Vinnick carried out cyber fraud from his Greek prison cell. Russia also wants to question him, and Greece has in fact approved his extradition to all 3 countries. Well, let's cross live now to Zoe Konstantopoulou, who's the former president of the Greek Parliament and Alexander Vinnick's defence attorney. Welcome to the programme. It's good to see you. Now, we understand that in December, Vinnick claimed that the conditions of his detention in Greek prison had worsened. He was not allowed to walk outside. He couldn't spend more than half an hour with his mother. What was the reason for this?
Let me begin by saying that the case of Alexander Vinnick is a case of blatant violations of human rights. It's an international disgrace. It's a disgrace for my country, Greece, which I served as President of Parliament. This man is being imprisoned for 30 months without a charge in Greece. He's not being prosecuted in Greece, without a sanction, without a penalty, without a trial. He is imploring to go back to his country, to be extradited to Russia. And yet the Greek authorities for 29 months abstained from taking any decision, and just 25 days ago, less than a month ago, the Minister of Justice of Greece issued a decision which has no precedent whatsoever to extradite Alexander to 3 countries, first to France, then to the USA, and then to Russia. This practically means that Alexander may not see his 2 children of 5 and 8 years old until they are adults, and this also may mean that he might not see his wife, who is suffering from cancer, brain cancer, and we don't know how long she will live. What is worse is that during the last days, the conditions of detention of Alexander Vinnick amount to cruel and inhuman treatment, which is a form of torture, as we all know. Alexander is being denied the right to go outside his hospital room. He's been hospitalized during the last 12 months, more than 12 months actually. And today, his mother, who came to visit him from Russia, was denied the right to see her son.
As you said, he's complained that his treatment is tantamount to torture. The conditions that he's being held in, are they appropriate for the crimes that he's accused of?
Let me be very, very clear. Alexander is not a criminal. Alexander is someone who has extremely high skills, technological skills in blockchain technology. He's someone who can therefore help liberate people from the economical control of banks and governments, and this is why, in my opinion, he's being targeted. He's not targeted for any kind of criminal behavior, because it's very clear that what he has done is not criminal. However, what he has done is very, very annoying to those who wish to control the economic exchanges of the people. Bitcoin is not a criminal currency. Bitcoin is legal, and the fact that Alexander had the technical responsibility for a Bitcoin exchange platform, a Bitcoin exchange website, does not make him a criminal. Also, it does not allow countries in which Alexander has never set his foot, because he has never been to France, he has never been to the US. This does not legitimate those countries to ask for Alexander's head on a platter.
So what are Greece's main concerns in this case? I mean, why has it taken so long for them to decide what to do with him?
My opinion, actually my conviction, is that the Greek government is under the extreme pressure and the control of our so-called allies, so the European Union and the USA. They are pressuring to take Alexander to the USA, and this unfortunately led to a decision which has no precedent whatsoever to actually extradite a non-citizen to countries to which he has no links, and deny to extradite him to his country, Russia, where he asks to be extradited. I would like also to tell you that, unfortunately, in Alexander's case, we also have, during the last days, a very, very grave case of miscarriage of justice, because he was given judicial protection against extradition on the 23rd of December, and on the 24th of December, the president of Greece's Supreme Administrative Court took the case from the judges who were considering it and expedited his trial for the 10th of January, whereas the trial on his appeal not to be extradited. And this person, this president of the Supreme Court, was after that promoted by the Prime Minister of Greece, and is now being proposed to become Greece's President of the Republic, so Greece's head of state. You understand the kinds of pressure and the kinds of bending of rules that we're up against.
We have time for just one very short question. We'd just like to ask, what is Alexander's current condition? Is he still on hunger strike? How is he doing?
Alexander is on his 29th day of a third hunger strike. He's in a very, very bad condition. He's very fragile. He maintains hope, and he maintains the hope that citizens around the world will support his claim, and that his country also will support him in his request for fundamental human rights. Alexander has the right to be tried in his country, in his language, and to prove that he's not a criminal.
Thank you for coming on RT and bringing us an update on his case. Zoe Constantopoulou, former president of the Greek Parliament, and Alexander Vinnick's defence attorney, thank you.
Thank you too.
Well,